Hi friends, welcome to Mom's Kitchen. Today we'll be making a pizza, live pizza in just 20 to 30 minutes. Just watch this recipe. Whenever your kids or even you feel like having pizza, it's a very simple process and very delicious. So let's get started. So first we'll be making the pizza sauce. For that I'll be preheating the oven to 20 minutes on 180 degrees. I've taken red tomatoes washed 8 to 9. I'm just going to cut them into halves. After I have cut these 6 to 7 tomatoes, now I'm going to take one whole red bell pepper. So one red bell pepper and 6 to 7 tomatoes. To that I'm adding like 12 to 13 garlic pods. To this I'm adding 3 green red chilies dry. If you want you can add more also, but don't keep the chili level very high because it's a sauce. To this I'm adding a dash of oregano. And very little salt. Salt as good as not there. We don't want the salt to overpower the sauce. And lastly, you can use a little bit of olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can use canola oil. And now, these are tomatoes, 1 bell pepper, garlic pods, dry red chilies, oregano, dash of salt. Now we are going to pop this in the oven for around 25 minutes in a preheated oven. So I'm just putting this in the oven for around 25 minutes for 180 to 190 degrees. Now we are preparing the pizza base. For that, I'm simply going to take 2 cups of flour in the measuring cup. If you want, you can weigh it on a scale also. Just fluff it up if you're taking in the cup like this. And then just tap it a little bit less. And now we have 2 cups. This is 1 cup. 1 more cup similarly. And just tap it to see. Okay, a little bit more I think. There we are, 2 cups of flour. To this I'll be adding 2 teaspoons and 1/4 of baking powder. Make sure your baking powder is not lying for very long. Use a new one. So just equal it. This is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Another teaspoon of baking powder. After 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 of baking powder. Now I'll mix the baking powder and the 2 cups of flour so that the baking powder gets mixed with the flour very nicely. To this I'll be adding 2 tablespoons of oil. 1. This is 2. After this, half teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, a little bit of chili flakes just for seasoning, and again a very little bit pinch of oregano. To this I'm adding 3/4 cups of water. So this is 1/4. This is 1. This is 2. And this is 3/4 cup. After mixing, if you need, you can take a little bit more. So now we'll mix. Just simply mix. Now we'll just work with the hands to bring it all together. Here, as you can see, we need a little bit more of water. Be very careful. Just go by this. You can add more, you can't remove it if you add more. Just bring it all together. That's it. So my bowl is almost clean now. I took a little bit more water than 3/4. The dough is all together, and just put it on the surface and just work it for just a minute or less. Just with your hands, I'm just going to work it. It's going to give it a stretch just for a minute. Pull and come back. It's like pull and say come back. Pull and come back, and then just tuck it. Tuck it back. Just tuck it in like this, bring it together like this, again like this. It's called get the stretch in this. That's all to be done, and it's ready. So we'll be having a basic pizza, very simple, but it's very delicious. It also depends on the way you cut it. I'm going to take an onion, cut it like this, keep it like this. And then either you cut it into very, very thin roundels like this, like whole C's, or which you're going to get like this. You want to put it up like this, or if not like this, you cut it further, divide it into half, and you continue very carefully cutting it very thin. You top it like this, for which you'll get the roundels like this. Like I've taken this onion and I've cut it into 2, and now I'm going to cut it like this. Now the bell pepper. Always remove this portion. We don't want any whites in the bell pepper. Or either you cut it, you just make it like a C. Either you cut it this way. See, just it's like this. You compress it more with your fingers and you hold it this way. So you will get these C's. And now for the tomato. Tomato, again I've taken a whole tomato and cut it just from up, and now I'm making it into a half. And again with the tomato, this is the most delicious thing, but be very careful how you cut it. Again into C's. The portion size should be onions first, then capsicum, and a very little bit of tomatoes. And we have some fresh basil over here, which I'm just going to tear up like this in the end when the pizza is ready. You see, I'll just put in water. These are fresh basil. This is going to give a lot of flavor. So now the pizza sauce is ready. Just remove it from the oven and show you. So now I just simply put it in the blender jar. It smells already so delicious. It smells very delicious. Don't leave any of the juices over there. So now all the elements which we baked in the oven for the pizza sauce, we'll grind it in the mixie. So before making the pizza, I'll preheat the oven for around 10 to 15 minutes. First, I'll just grease my pizza dish with a little bit of butter. You could use a little bit of oil also if you want. So I've just roughly made a ball, and then I'm just going to spread it. If you want, you can use a rolling pin or whatsoever. I prefer it like this with the hands. It's a stretchy dough. Just keep it as a medium pizza. Okay. Now I'm going to add on this. Now I'm going to add on this some of the pizza sauce. Don't put too much of the sauce. Just keep the crust like this from the sides. That's enough. Now I'm going to put some cheese. Okay. Now on this cheese, I'm just going to simply put those onions which we have just cut earlier. Just put it roughly. A little bit of capsicum and just a few tomatoes. If you have corns, you could put corns. And because I like my pizza a little bit very delicious with some butter, I also always put in some butter on the top little bit. Now I'm keeping the pizza for baking for around 15 minutes. This is the remaining batter of the pizza base, which I'm just going to store it. There's a pizza sauce. Put in the refrigerator, and whenever you want, just remove it 2-3 hours earlier and you could use it. So now the pizza is ready. I'll remove it from the oven. And at this stage, I will just put in these basil leaves, which I've roughly broke. Here I'll be putting a little bit cheese more. And popping it just for a minute. So I just popped it for 1 minute, which is over. I'll remove it now. The basil has given a very beautiful flavor. Now I'll just cut the pizza base. Can you hear the crunch? See how the onions have also caramelized. So now we can see the bread. Actually, it's very hot, but I want to show it to you. You can see the bread. Can you see the bread now? How beautifully it's come. Can you see the bread? See the bread, how effortlessly it's breaking. Can you see the layers? You must make it. Everything I've shown you is the exact time taken, almost just the time taken to mix the batter, that's all, and the pizza sauce and nothing else. You can have it whenever you feel like having. You don't need to ferment or keep it, and it gives you just a parallel taste of pizza. You won't even come to know you've not fermented it.